How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are Blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Indeed, his life is a testament to this belief. Born in the year 1918 in the small village of Mvezo, nestled in the Eastern Cape of South Africa, Rolihlahla Mandela, later known as Nelson, was the product of the Xhosa culture and Thembu royal lineage. His early years were marked by a thirst for knowledge, nurtured by his father, a local chief, who instilled in him the importance of learning and wisdom. This early emphasis on education was a beacon that guided Mandela throughout his life, shaping his worldview and his resolve to fight for justice. The influence of his Xhosa culture cannot be overstated. The Xhosa people, with their rich oral tradition, imbued Mandela with a deep respect for the power of language and the art of persuasive speech. His royal Thembu lineage, on the other hand, exposed him to the nuances of leadership and governance, sowing the seeds for his future political activism. Mandela's early life was not without its shadows, however. The glaring injustices of his society were not lost on the young Mandela. He observed the harsh realities of apartheid, the systemic racial segregation that was deeply entrenched in South Africa. These observations stirred within him a sense of urgency and a determination to bring about change. From an early age, Mandela was a keen observer of his society's injustices, setting the stage for his illustrious career as a freedom fighter. Mandela's fight for freedom was not without its sacrifices. His journey was marked by years of relentless activism and a long period of imprisonment. This chapter of Mandela's life begins in 1944, when he joined the African National Congress, popularly known as the ANC. It was an organization that fought against the South African government's policy of apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation. Mandela quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a part of the ANC's national executive by 1950. His activism was not limited to the political arena. He was also involved in acts of civil disobedience against the government's unjust laws. This included the Defiance Campaign of 1952, which encouraged people to intentionally break racial segregation laws as a form of protest. However, the defining moment of Mandela's activism was the Rivonia trial of 1964. The trial was named after the suburb of Johannesburg, where Mandela and several other ANC